Biden's stimulus package is now heading to the House for a vote. Let's take a look at what's going on there.
Georgia, one last hurdle here before this massive $1.9 trillion stimulus bill reaches the president's desk later this week. The House is now likely to vote tomorrow morning. And while some progressive Democrats have voiced concerns about the changes made to this bill, like stripping that $15 minimum wage hike, it is expected to pass.
The worst part about the media coverage on this COVID relief bill has been the lie that the media is absolutely telling, which is the exclusion of the increase, the $15 minimum wage increase, the gradual increase is no longer a part of the bill because it violated Senate rules. That's fucking bullshit. The real reason why it's not included is because the Democrats did not fight hard enough. Sorry, that's just the truth. There were multiple different avenues that the Democrats could have gone down, which I've described numerous times. And if I'm a dumbass himbo and I know this, then you should know this too. Be better equipped with better arguments. There were numerous things that Democrats could have done, from firing the Senate parliamentarian and finding another one, which has been done before, or just straight up overruling the Senate parliamentarian with by getting Kamala Harris to continue with the COVID relief bill that still had a $15 minimum wage, and then whipping those in their ranks to take a genuine stand against $15 minimum wage. They didn't want to do that, and they just hid behind the Senate parliamentarian like a fucking coward and made it seem as though there was no other way. Republicans have never done that. Republicans do not do that. Republicans never back away from a popular position that they believe their constituents want. They just don't do that. Democrats do all the time, and they are fucking cowards for it. They were feckless cowards in this circumstance. There's still a lot of great stuff going on in this bill, but ultimately, if you had the $15 minimum wage included in this bill as well, this could have been a light New Deal. Do you understand? Like, this could have been regarded as potential New Deal of our generation. It's nowhere near as significant as the New Deal, obviously, but with the state of the Democratic Party the way it is, with the state of the Republican Party as it is, this would have been a historic bill. For those of you who are throwing up question marks, you refuse to recognize the significance of a $1.9 trillion stimulus bill. A $1.9 trillion relief bill is gigantic. There's a fucking T on it. It didn't even happen in the 2008 recovery. I'm giving you information so you can process this. This doesn't mean that it was enough. This doesn't mean that it was great. It just means that for adjusted to the expectations that most people have of the Democratic Party, the contemporary Democratic Party, this is still, even without the $15 minimum wage, a historic deal. But beyond that, if it included this $15 minimum wage, would have been a very huge W. And it would have been one that the Democrats could have absolutely pushed for, and they refused to do so. Sorry. That's just the fucking truth. Do you think we'll get $15 minimum wage before midterms? No, absolutely not. $15 minimum wage is not happening. It's not. Like, don't be ridiculous. And everyone knew that it wasn't going to happen. The only way you can get it is with a budget reconciliation. And that's it. With a straight up majority, simple majority fucking pass. This shows me that you're not going to get fucking like public option anytime soon either. Another thing that they ran on, by the way, it's so obvious that neoliberals never gave a fuck about improving the healthcare system. I'm sorry. They made it seem as though the public option is more popular than Medicare for all, and that's precisely why we're going to fucking work with what works and like blah blah blah. But like, that's not happening. And I told you that it wasn't going to happen months ago, and it's just not. They're not even going to fucking push for a public option. How the fuck are they going to pass a public option, brother? They're just not. Are we sure that $15 is that popular? It's popular online, but 2020 showed us there's a lot of fucking conservative voters. Yeah, I know. It's so unpopular. You're actually right. In the real world, that it won in Florida. And won overwhelmingly, actually, as a matter of fact. Won with a larger margin than Donald Trump did in Florida. You know, that unpopular provision that won in fucking Florida that got more than 1 million more votes than Joseph Robinette Biden in Florida. Yeah, incredibly unpopular that it's at, 66% instead of, 98%. Like, oh, wait, there is something that's like 90%, has 90% approval rating, which is universal background checks. We still haven't been able to get that going at the federal level. I wonder why. Because money is more significant. The interest of gun manufacturers is infinitely more significant than the public approval for a certain policy position. It's what you fucking make it, okay? It's what you make it. If Democrats make a big deal out of it and fight for it and fight like hell, then they'll get it done. Republicans fight like hell for shit that isn't even popular, and they still get it done. Another thing that is incredibly popular is legal marijuana. The decriminalization at the federal level of marijuana. Incredibly popular policy. Literal just alley-oop for everyone. Democrats refuse to get on board with it across the board and make it a significant part of their platform. Very stupid. A minimum wage ballot won in Missouri in 2018, the same year Claire McCaskill lost to Josh Hawley. Exactly. There are a lot of people around this country that are sick and tired of the hand that they've been dealt. I guess all we can do, as a lot of leftist organizations have been doing, is continue fucking organizing around ballot provisions and sidestep the Democratic Party, because the Democratic Party at the national level is just wholeheartedly not interested in pushing for economic equality or addressing wealth inequality in this country. So you just got to keep doing what you're doing and fucking organize at the state level, organize on the ground, and get ballot provisions to push forward, so that when they inevitably get pushed in red states, we can then turn around and, dunk on fucking dumbass liberals who say things like, well, I don't know, is it even popular? Because there's a lot of conservatives out there. Oh, wait, guess what? Conservatives are voting for $15 minimum wage. Shut the fuck up. Ilhan Omar supports the PRO Act, says, I rise in solidarity with the 5,800 mostly black workers in Alabama who are currently fighting one of the most predatory corporations of the world, Amazon, to form a union. Here it is. Even the Bessemer, Alabama union leaders have talked about how Joe Biden talking supportively or positively about the efforts there has been gigantic, a huge help. Now, I don't know if he will follow through or end up giving up or caving on the PRO Act. We shall see. For those of you who don't know, the PRO Act is to rewrite labor laws in defense of unions and strengthen unions. It's similar to the Obama era promise of card check that never followed, that never came through. But it has things such as that within it. I don't know if that will work. It passed the House back in February. We shall see what happens in the Senate.
Mr. Speaker, I rise in solidarity with labor unions who, throughout history, have fought the greed of their bosses and corporations in order to have a better life. I rise in solidarity with workers in Marathon Petroleum Plant in Minnesota who are striking for safer working conditions. I rise in solidarity with the 5,800 mostly black workers in Alabama who are currently fighting one of the most predatory corporations in the world, Amazon, to form a union. Labor unions have been the driving force for all positive change for workers in modern history. As a former union member myself, I can attest to the power that workers wield when they exercise their right to organize. That's why we need the PRO Act and why we must pass it this week and pressure the Senate to do the same. The PRO Act puts power back where it belongs, in the hands of workers.
Amazing. Here, I'll give you some more info on this. Okay. One of the most significant bills to strengthen workers' abilities to organize in the past 80 years passed the House on Thursday, the latest sign of momentum for the labor movement. This was back in February. Protecting the Right to Organize Act of 2019, known as the PRO Act, would amend some of the country's decades-old labor laws to give workers more power during disputes at work, add penalties for companies that retaliate against workers who organize, and grant some hundreds of thousands of workers collective bargaining rights that they currently do not have. It would also weaken the right to work laws in 27 states that allow employees to forego participating in and paying dues to unions. The House passed the bill with a vote of 224 to 194, mostly along party lines, and the bill is unlikely to be taken up by the GOP-controlled Senate, as Republicans and business groups have argued forcefully against it, saying it would hurt employees. But that situation is different. The situation is different now, so there is an opportunity, but it doesn't matter, especially because Republicans and even some Democrats are probably not going to pass this. This is one of many fucking bills that is really good overall, is a part of the Biden campaign promises. Most likely not going to pass in the Senate because you need a filibuster-proof majority there. That shouldn't stop Democrats from pushing for it regardless. They should force Republicans to take a position in the public record against unions so they can, at the very fucking least, have good opportunities to shit and slam dunk back into the fucking Republican throats, jam back into the Republican throats whenever they try to act like they are pro-labor unions. It's fucking bullshit that Ted Cruz and others like that try to operate in a way where they make it seem as though they are the pro-union party and the Democrats are not pro-labor rights and pro-workers. Okay, so here's a Twitch-related news. Heat Center, Myers Leonard used an anti-Semitic slur while streaming on Twitch. What the fuck did he say? Am I allowed to watch this? I don't even know if I'm... Wait, hold on. I'm gonna watch it without audio, okay? No, you don't really hear that a lot. Interesting. Interesting choice. Yeah, welcoming Heat Center Myers Leonard to the Gamer Caucus. Yeah, that's a rare one. It's like a rare Pokemon card. But also at the same time, it's pretty obvious that he said it, especially considering the fact that he charged it up. You can see it if you watch the video. You can see him charging it up in his mind. He's like, what slur should I use here? Wait, no, this guy? Shocking. Oh, shit. That's a brave American, goddammit. This cancel culture coming through right now. Ben Shapiro's going to be like, actually, it's okay that he said it, okay? Yes, he was being a little bit anti-Semitic, but a little bit of anti-Semitism is all right as long as you're, an honorable patriot defending the rights of white Americans. Dude, you joke, but watch him actually. I would love to hear what Ben Shapiro has to say about this. I mean, he's literally defended Ann Coulter being anti-Semitic before. Ben Shapiro in the past literally said, after Ann Coulter's vile anti-Semitism, that it was okay because she defends Israel, okay? Like, this is not even fake. Like, this is literally something Ben Shapiro has said, so it doesn't fucking matter. Like, he doesn't give a shit. He said he wanted to say the N-word instead. Shut the fuck up. He did not say that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no, he did not say that. That's pretty funny, though. Oh, no, dude, I was trying to say the N-word. Sorry. A clip of the Heat Center, Myers Leonard is using effing cowards. Don't effing snipe at me, you fucking... I mean, there's a pause, okay? There's a big pause, bro. He, like, literally goes, you fucking... Blah! Like, you know he was thinking, like, what fucking word should I use here? Like, he went into his mind... It was like a Nintendo sequence, okay? Like, it was like Breath of the Wild. The game pauses. He's going through the user interface. He opens up the circle menu to see which fucking slur he's going to pull out. Like, you can see it happening in real time. He's like, boop, brain pause, circle menu. Which one do I use? Okay, I'm going to use a rare one. Boom, K-word. Open up the slur dialogue tree, dude. He chose one of the lesser known ones. Yeah, there's like hella people in my chat right now. They're like, can you please whisper me the slur? I don't know what the slur is. There's like 16-year-olds in the chat who are like, what slur was he using? I don't know. I want to learn this new slur. Please. Hey, chat, whisper me the slur, please. I don't know. Yeah, that was a legendary unlock, dude. Epic slur. Leonard is known on the NBA as an average streamer. At one point last April, he streamed himself playing Call of Duty for 26 hours as a part of a fundraiser raising over $45,000 for Feeding America. Oh, damn. Pretty fucking cool that he was able to go for 26 hours playing Call of Duty without dropping one of those. Wow, that's really remarkable, dude. Good job. Hey, what about all the times where I wasn't saying slurs, though, you know? Yeah, a PSA 10 slur, dude. No. It's not a PSA 10 one. It's rare in comparison to, like, the more common ones, but it's not like the real rare ones are ones that you can kind of say because you don't even know it's a slur or not. You know what I mean? The real rare ones are ones that you find in like the antiquated archives of like West Virginian blood lineage categories. You know what I mean? Like what was the one? No, it's like I've talked about this before. When you're literally like a nerd for doing racism. By the way, this is a legitimate classification, for example, that was being used, I believe, in West Virginia until recently. And the word I'm thinking of is octoroon, which means that you're like 1/8, I think. Like, it's so racist that you don't fucking know that it's racist. You're like, what the fuck? This is like, you go to the racism conference and you are trading your fucking rare PSA 10s back and forth. And that's where you figure it out. You know what I mean? You made that up? Oh, I made that up. Interesting that you say that. Or it wasn't West Virginia. It was actually Virginia. Sorry to the West Virginians. Yeah, I made that up, right? Quadroon Moore, Virginia sued for making those who wed say what they are. Like literally a thing. This, by the way, isn't from like 1968. This is from 2019 when they recently were like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this anymore. Oh my God. Wait, hold on. Wonder what Myers Leonard was thinking to himself here. Oh. Oh, wow. Hey, boys, that's okay. First of all, guys, that's restraint. That's restraint. I've never seen someone actually say it without saying it like this before. What the fuck, dude? Look at his face. He went to the Papa John's School of Restraint. Dude, this is a great segue into that story that I was going to cover yesterday, actually. Boys, you make fun, but, you know, there's people out here that are trying their goddamn hardest, okay? They're trying their goddamn hardest. Where's that video? Someone send me the fucking clip, please, of Papa John's talking about how he is trying not to say the N-word more and more, okay? This is called self-reflection and growth, okay? Look it the fuck up. Dude, OAN has some great coverage. I don't know why people make fun of OAN, okay? They have such great coverage.
A few years ago, when you start to see these headlines coming out and smearing your good name, how did you feel at the time when you were seeing these headlines?
State of shock. Unbelievable. I couldn't understand it. I mean, again, you have a public board that paints its chairman complicit, passive, or active. They paint the founder as a racist. They know he's not a racist. It's just unbelievable. And I used to lay in bed just going, how did they do this? And we've had 3 goals for the last 20 months to get rid of this N-word.
You don't understand. The day of reckoning was upon us.
And we've had 3 goals for the last 20 months to get rid of this N-word in my vocabulary and dictionary and everything else because it's just not true.
I don't understand. Like, you had 1,100 different ways of approaching this subject that would not make it seem like you're literally saying the N-word to a degree that, like, it's for survival. That is probably the worst way of outing yourself.
Figure out how they did this and get on with my life.
I know he means something else, but it's pretty funny thinking, like, figure out how others have done this, you know? The N-word is an incredibly important part of my vocabulary and vernacular, and I need to figure out how other people have done this. You know, how have they taken it out? I mean, I'm trying not to say it right now. Like, what does the N in OAN stand for? Every time I see the letter, I can't get the word out of my head. He did an H3H3 interview a while back where he explained that he was being framed by the board members. I wanted to believe him, but now I don't know what to think. Wait, what? Why would you believe him? He's like a psycho, dude. He's a very weird guy, okay?